Hello, this is George. My back is killing me. Senda in Lockdown Martinez, the guy from Pittsburgh, the real, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube imposters, commentators, or trolls. And the new iPad, or I should say, the refurbished iPad that was sent to me has a major problem. And instead of being shipped like this, as I would ship it, it was shipped in the reverse, with the glass facing up. And since I had to go cat feed, I did not see it. It works, but there is a crack like this in a curve on the upper left of the screen and the bottom of the screen. The glass is, it looks like it's broken. It's the digitizer, and the digitizer, to replace the digitizer on this cost $120. And I've been through this circus once already, thank you. So the seller sent me a mailing label. I'm going to mail it off tomorrow, and the person who bought it for me as a gift apologized, sent me money to make sure it gets returned, and they're going to buy me a newer one. So I appreciate that. And then while I'm typing up this news, my Mac goes crazy. The screen starts turning black in waves like this, and I had to restart it. Luckily, it saved it. So this is the latest Corona and other news, and I have been sitting in this chair for at least 2 hours, and my back is really killing me, but I've got to do this because it's important. And the other thing, the bugs are winning. They're in my microwave when I open the door. They run out right away. They fly out right away. And the mosquito machine ain't cutting it. My friend sent me that, and it was very kind, and I really appreciate it. And I was told that one was bought for the kitchen of that house, and it now, after running it for about 4 hours, has 10 bugs in it. Now, I put a piece of peach in there, a small bit of peach cube, and the machine did dry the peach cube out, so it's a great food dehydrator. But it don't cut it for bugs, and the light is just not strong enough to attract the bugs. I think that's the problem. And you always have to read the reviews on Amazon, because a lot of them are shills. This is the greatest product that's ever made, and I think it's wonderful. And they're all written in the same style. And it would have been far better off to buy a bug zapper than this thing. It is sitting behind my coffee maker, and I got up earlier this evening to get some coffee, and the flies were all over my coffee maker. These are drain flies. They're really hard to get rid of. So I will go out tomorrow and get white vinegar, baking soda, and a thing of salt, and pour it down the drain. Now, as an experiment in the bathroom, I took some Arm & Hammer detergent, which had liquid detergent, which has baking soda in it. And baking soda does weird, it suffocates their oxygen. Poured it down the drain, stoppered the drain up. There was a cloud of bugs hovering over my bathroom sink. Well, with the drain stopper and the detergent down there, there's no bugs hovering. And I also poured it on the soap dish. There's a soap dish that's built into the wall, and a toothbrush holder. And the toothbrushes, the modern toothbrushes, are too wide, so I can't put toothbrushes in there. Well, it killed about 20 bugs. And even in the sink, when I poured the detergent down the sink to see what would happen, it killed a couple of the bugs. It just flew into the sink and landed. So the detergent's working better than the $40 mosquito trap. And in my sink right now are one former ice cream container and a plastic one that, had these bulk ice cream things, and one small pot that really can't be used for cooking, but I use it to scoop cat food out of. I'm not going to do it anymore. And I put sugar and maple syrup and Dawn in there, and the smaller one, it's weird, the big one doesn't attract as many bugs, but the one that's smaller in height and diameter has about 50 bugs in it. So I keep periodically pouring that out. I put new warm water in, new sugar, and new stuff. and raid, the bugs laugh at it. So unless you catch them on the wall, I watched one crawl across my kitchen counter about 6 inches before it died, and I have been trying to clean my kitchen up, but it's really hard when you've got clouds of bugs circling like they're going to bomb Dresden in World War II. Very, very frustrating. I've never had drain bugs before, and I have a theory that when the maintenance guy came in and welded the bottom of my drain U and put a new one in, it must have opened something in the drain, and that's where these suckers started to come out. Because one day I noticed I had 2 of them, and then 4, and within a couple of days you have hundreds. They are more prolific than tribbles. All right, let's read the latest news. And this is rather long, and I had to stop because the computer went crazy. So, okay, first, happy first day of spring. Stay safe and well. The Trump administration plans 2 rounds of checks, amounts to vary by income and family size, but from all indications, $1,000 to every U.S. resident that's an adult. First checks will be going out April 6th, a second round May 18th, and if Corona continues, they will probably send out 2 more checks. So $2,000 coming to every American. One Republican says we should, or was it Bernie Sanders? I don't remember who exactly said we should send $1,000 every child. I think I've got that in the list here. Okay, President Trump has signed second package of Corona relief. Third should be passed by Friday. I've yet to see anybody actually smoke a Corona cigar. I keep waiting for that. All right, Facebook giving its employees $1,000 each during Corona outbreak, and this is from the guy from Pittsburgh Paranormal News Forum news screen. That's why I'm reading it, so I'll ask you to bear with me. Olympic flame arrival in Tokyo among calls for Olympics to be delayed. Apple unveils new iPad and MacBook Air, but skips iPhone launch. Boo, I say. I wanted the cheap $400 iPhone. I have found a site that will sell me a refurbished iPhone for $167, an iPhone 7. I've got to investigate this. But calling everybody you call now is high call volume, or they can't talk to you, or they'll call you back. And I called Social Security yesterday, and I had to call them a second time, and they never get back to me. I'm trying to get a form to permanently waive my student loan, so I make sure I get my $2,000 like everybody else. I got to do that quick, but I've had problems with the U.S. Department of Education because they wouldn't send me the form. And now you can't go to Social Security, and many DMV offices are closed too around the country, including California. You can only do it by phone, and trying to talk to the DMV by phone under normal circumstances is a nightmare. Okay, U.S. I have not had time to look at the new iPad and MacBook Air, but I will after I've had some sleep. I've had 2 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. Okay, U.S. Surgeon General says 15 days not enough time to slow coronavirus. I don't care how fast the coronavirus walks. I'm going stir crazy. First corona death reported in Collin County, Texas. Dallas Fort Worth shopping center closings include Firewheel, Grapevine Mills, and outlet centers in Grand Prairie and Allen. And I actually have some idea where those are. Plano restricts restaurant bars, closes gyms. Arlington GM plant to close for deep cleaning until March 30th, halting production. When they're done, have them come over and clean my apartment. Lubbock family under quarantine after Texas Tech student, I'm going to say that 3 times fast, refused to self-isolate. They should go out and smack that guy severely with something. Dallas extends emergency declaration through April 29th, and I was going to go to every major city in the country and give you news on this. I'm sorry, but I need a new hard drive in this thing. I think that's part of the problem. It's also a power issue. This Mac is tool closure. Excuse me. Sorry. Closures in Richardson and Mesquite, Frisco and Allen. Two Port of Houston terminals closed after worker tests positive. This is temporary. 5 new corona cases in Houston and 5 more in Harris County, bringing area county total to 62. Free corona testing available in North Houston to anyone having symptoms. Texas DMV offices closed. Services available by phone or email. 95 known cases in Texas. Houston Humane Society to provide free pet food in need. I have trouble missing teeth. I apologize for that. Apollo 15 astronaut Al Worden died at 88. May he rest in peace. Real American hero. St. David's Hospital doctor tests positive. Austin area cases now up to 23. Austin bars and restaurants closed. Gatherings of more than 10 banned. That's the lowest figure I've seen for a gathering. I guess they don't want 10 cowboys showing up. University of Texas confirms 2 new cases of corona. No mention of beer. 4 cases of corona in Wilmington County. Restrictions on restaurants and bars. They've got all these bars where you can take the booze out, and yet the laws are all in California. You're not allowed to have drinks past outside of the bar. I think this is hilarious. You can take the drinks home now, but before, if you cannot take it off premises. So it's just, I don't know why, but I think it's funny. 32 cases in Central Texas, 3 deaths, and 222 corona cases in Texas. A tornado watch for Hill County. Arizona declares state of emergency. Bars and restaurants closed in Phoenix except for takeout or delivery. Luke Air Force Base declares 2 cases of corona. Illegals, there's a story, fear corona testing. Excuse me if I mispronounce this. Coconino County reports first case, state total now at 28. I'm jumping around Arizona and New Mexico, and I don't ever got to. Did I get to New Mexico? Yeah, I think I did a little bit. Push to mail all ballots in Arizona in August and November underway. 5 patients in. I found this story, so this is why I'm jumping. 5 patients in Roswell Park Hospital in Buffalo, New York, test positive. I typed Roswell, New Mexico news, and I got a thing for Buffalo. Corona testing at Wool Bowl. I think that was in Buffalo, but I'm not sure. It may be in Arizona and New Mexico. Scottsdale, Arizona declares state of emergency. Bars and restaurants remain open. Tucson Bridge players notified of corona cases. Tempe declares state of emergency. More Arizona casinos closed. Some remain open. 10,000 Coloradans file for unemployment in one day. Small businesses shutting down in droves in Denver. They're boarding them up. New website tracks coronavirus cases. Colorado cases now 183. In Los Angeles, a new website, they gave a virus update, and 46 new cases in LA. Total in LA now 196. State deaths rise to 17 in, I believe this is San Diego. No, it's in LA. Descanso Gardens closes. I'm assuming that's a mall. California DMV now requires appointments, cuts, extended hours, like it wasn't tough enough to get in there even with extended hours. Westfield shutting down all U.S. malls, including 2 in LA area. Rain and snow are forecast for Southern California through Thursday. And this one, I just chuckle every time I hear this guy because he's such a jerk. Michael Avenatti requests release fearing corona. 6,000 beds for homeless coming to LA Park. It amazes me that they didn't do anything about the homeless for years. Now at Corona, they're all housing them. They're putting them in hotels. They're putting them in motels. I'm surprised they aren't building them tiny houses. San Diego reports 80 corona cases. 8 San Diego residents arrested for corona price gouging. And in one state, I think it was either New Mexico or Arizona or Missouri or Minnesota, I can't remember it. They said there's no law against price gouging in that particular state, which amazed me. Fashion Valley and 2 outlets malls closed. That is in San Diego. The Barona Campo Jamul, Sicuan, and Viejas, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, Casinos closed. The Ramada in Kearney Mesa to be used as quarantine site. A third Marine at Miramar Naval Air Station, or Miramar, I don't know if it's a Naval Air Station, but at Miramar tests positive. Walmart has announced changes in hours and item limits. In the San Francisco Bay Area, South Bay Airport reports 175 cases, 6-day deaths in Santa Clara County. Not corona-related, but most curious, an East Bay mailman locally here gets probation for hoarding almost 6,000 packages. So if you wondered where your Amazon or eBay was, probably in that guy's house. 39 residents positive in Contra Costa County, where I live. Cases triple in the past week. Alameda County cases rise to 31. San Joaquin County declares corona emergency. First corona deaths reported. Sorry about that. Stanislaus County cases at 5. City halls in Modesto and Turlock are closing. Georgia reports 3 deaths. It's the state of Georgia. Let's see. Georgia Senator Brandon Beach contracts corona. Tests positive. This is a state senator. The lieutenant, and this is an amazing story. The lieutenant governor and 55 senators go into self-quarantine. Basically, the whole damn legislature goes into quarantine because one guy gets it. It's incredible. I've never seen a story like that where, the whole Senate, we're all going to go stay home now. 3 cases in Fresno County, 5 cases in Tulare County. Fresno is sheltering in place. Fresno bars closed. Oregon restaurants ordered closed. Idaho reports 11 cases. Now, here's a bright spot if you're up that way. Gas prices dropped below $2 a gallon in Billings, Montana. Bars and restaurants in Billings closed. 2 days more of snow in Billings. What else is new? 4 Wyoming cases reported Thursday. Portland, Oregon, preparing shelter-in-place order, and they haven't done that yet. Protective gear there running low, and this is all over the country. Hospitals are running out of masks, ventilators, gowns, gloves, everything. It's incredible. Seattle area is sheltering in place. Bars and restaurants ordered closed. Boeing workers are worried about corona. King County and Seattle report 518 cases, 46 deaths. Washington State reports 569 cases and 43 deaths. Corona has infected 24 health workers in Seattle. 2 cases of corona reported in Yellowstone, 9 in Montana. Minneapolis closes bars and restaurants. St. Paul declares state of emergency. Healthcare workers test positive for corona there as protective gear runs out. And we're jumping the pond. Italy on track to surpass Wuhan deaths. Back to Minnesota. Minnesota reports 77 cases, up from 60 on Tuesday. Rain turning to snow in Minneapolis today. And non-corona news here, little football news. Lions agree to deal with Desmond Trufant. Lions tender free agent status to Dee Virgin and Mike Ford. They'll be keeping them. And former Lions linebacker Devin Kennard goes to Arizona. GM and Ford studying how to make corona ventilators. Isn't that amazing? World War II, we made bombers, tanks. There was no problem, but they don't know how to make a ventilator. Michigan cases go to 110 cases, up 30. Michigan reports first death. Second case of corona in St. Louis is Barnes Jewish Hospital employee. 24 cases of corona in Missouri. 4 at Washington University. There test positive. First death reported in Chicago, a retired nurse. 288 cases in the state. Lycée Française School there, private school, reports 6 cases. Peninsula and Park Hyatt Hotel stop taking guests. Oak Park, Illinois, issues shelter in place. 13 cases in western Pennsylvania, 37 new cases in state, 130 statewide first death reported. Pennsylvania Supreme Court closes all courts. I'm amazed that the rest of the courts around the country have not followed suit. And here's the idiot of the day. Louisiana pastor defies social distancing invites all to church services on Sunday. I wonder how long that's going to last. Pittsburgh moves to level 2 emergency status with city departments. Allegheny County, which is where Pittsburgh is, reports rise in cases with new case on Wednesday. 92 corona cases in North Carolina. North Carolina orders bars and restaurants closed. Joint Base Charleston confirms first corona case. That's where they put the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard, the Air Force. I don't know what else. 20 are ill in long-term facility in Chicago. These are nursing homes. 128 new cases in state. Now, there's a bit of Bryce news. If you go to Australia, they still have live horse racing. Hooray, but they do run the other way around, I think. Arlington, Texas closes bars, restaurants, and gym limits gatherings. New Orleans has a big outbreak. New Orleans, epicenter of major corona outbreak, 6 dead and 240 people positive, 281 positive in state, 8 dead, 704 tested. And by the way, Las Vegas looks really weird. It looks empty now. There was a news story on that after the Strip is effectively closed. Miami closes Sawgrass Mills Mall, among others. Miami Beach to close beaches. I need a sip of coffee. Hold on. Mayor of Bal Harbour, Florida, self-isolates after being in contact with corona-positive conservative rabbi. Toilet paper shelves empty in South Florida, and the story says, we don't understand why. I'm going like, hello? People are hoarding them. 6 students at Nova Southeastern University test positive. This is another amazing story. U.S. Senator Rick Scott, former governor, and Miami Mayor Suarez self-isolate after testing positive. Miami, one of them at least, met with an official of the Brazilian government, and he's positive. He came up here with the Brazilian president to meet with President Trump, so that's very worrisome. Miami Diocese suspends masses. Now, I have no idea what this is. I didn't look at the story. But as if we didn't have enough trouble, dengue fever case in Florida Keys. And they were partying big time at Florida Keys before the bars got shut down. Here's another story, not corona, but it is disease related in a sense. 100 rodent droppings, 100 plus, and dead rodent found in multiple South Florida restaurants. I guess they drank too much corona. All right, Boston says 500 corona cases in state, 1 death, 38 new cases in state. Spread of corona in Boston seems to be accelerating. No shelter in place is planned, which is incredible. The mayor is still getting criticism for that. The first dog to test positive for corona dies in Hong Kong. The owner would not let the dog be autopsied, which is incredible. You'd think the government would say, we got to find out what this dog had and why. Now, this is not a corona story, but I was amused by it. Female narwhals attracted to males with biggest horns. I'll leave you to draw your own conclusions. Okay, CNN guest Rick Wilson mocks Melania Trump to hashtag be infected with coronavirus, more Trump derangement syndrome, despicable beyond compare, to wish that the first lady. This one is funny too, the next two. Spanish man hides in T-Rex costume to avoid corona lockdown. They'll never find me. Las Vegas strip clubs hit hard. They start drive-through strip shows. Federal Reserve launches third emergency lending program, and our old friend Kim Jong-un pops up, orders new hospital built as North Korea claims it has no coronavirus. Just the first major outbreak of total BS. Crazed Californians are calling 911 on their coughing neighbors over corona fears. Amazon warehouse worker in Queens tests positive for corona. Dr. Oz staffer tests positive for corona, show to film remotely. Dr. Oz could not save him or her. I'm puzzled by that one. Westchester, New York man threatens to blow up corona testing command post. Study says 750,000 people in New York City could come down with corona and be hospitalized. Amazon suspends CD and vinyl sales. Subway franchisees get fee relief during corona outbreak. They have to pay a fee to the company to have their franchises. Japanese flu drugs effective in treating corona. Doctors say ibuprofen raises risk to get corona. So does air pollution and vaping and smoking. Amazon gives away 2 free months of Kindle Unlimited, after which it will be $9.95 a month. Rosie O'Donnell show returning for one episode to raise money amid corona outbreak. Federal plan released, it was a secret plan, or there's controversy over it, warns coronavirus crisis in U.S. could last 18 months or more. I think we'd have rioting in the streets at that point. Coronavirus sparks massive run in gun and ammo sales. People are scared. Connecticut reports first corona death. New Jersey has 267 cases and 3 deaths. 6 relatives hospitalized in New Jersey and 1 in Pennsylvania after a 55-year-old woman died Friday and later tested positive for corona. I thought they test people before they got sick enough to die. I don't get that one. A miracle occurs. Radical Democrat Ilhan Omar praises Trump's incredible response to corona crisis. TV medical dramas shut down. Donate mass respirators to hospitals. And in Thailand, I feel sorry for the monkeys and the people there. Hordes of starving monkeys clash in Thai street battle during coronavirus outbreak. Now, worldwide cases, 219,769, 8,978 deaths. Say a prayer for all those people. U.S. cases, 9,464, 155 deaths. J.P. Morgan Chase closes 20% of its branches in California due to corona. California moving homeless to motels and hotels to prevent corona outbreak in streets. Homeless protesters in L.A. take over vacant homes. And Crazy Maxine Waters says U.S. adults should get $2,000 checks a month, children $1,000. Where are they going to come up with the money for this? Playboy blames print edition suspension. They brought back the print edition on corona. Actress Deborah Messing says, Make America Great Again supporters will die, blasts Trump for corona response. Trump derangement syndrome once again. American Idol suspends filming due to corona. Friends reunion special delayed due to corona. Ford Ranger factory shut after employee tests positive. 24 hours of Le Mans, I guess it's how it's pronounced, postponed due to corona. Coronavirus is sinking lobster prices. They can't sell the lobster. Clark County, Nevada, Clark County corona cases jumped by 27. Nevada total now 86. Deaths 1. Wuhan for the first or second day in a row reports no new cases. New York Stock Exchange closes trading floor to do all electronic trading temporarily. Dow closes at 19,898.92, down $1,338.46. S&P 500 closes at 2398.10, down 131.09. Nasdaq 6989.84, down 344.94. Spot gold rose 0.4% to $14.91.40 an ounce. Palladium rose 2.4% to $16.25.36 an ounce. Platinum rose 1.8% to $636.01. SPDR Gold Trust said its holdings fell 0.66 to 923.69 tons Wednesday, and silver was 1% up at $12.10 an ounce. I'm happy to see that. I can buy more silver when I have some money. Oil plummets 24% in worst 3 days on record. Worst day on record. Third worst day on record. Sorry about that. Sinks more than 18-year low. West Texas intermediate crude fell 24.4% or $6.58 to settle at $20.37 a barrel, lowest price since 2002. Brent crude dropped 14.1% to trade at $24.67. Catholic Charities worker in Las Vegas tests positive. Local firefighters in Vegas staying home after possible exposure after medical call. Las Vegas police to close area commands to public. Solano County in California orders shelter in place after outbreak. San Joaquin County confirms 2 new corona deaths. Separate issue. Lyle Wagner, Caribou Net star and Wonder Woman star, dead at 84. He played Steve Trevor on Wonder Woman. Health experts say dogs and cats are safe from corona. The animals may wind up erecting a statue to man and womankind when all this is over. You may know the reference from Planet of the Apes. The dogs and cats all died due to a plague. Nevada governor says closure of non-essential businesses optional except for casinos. Las Vegas mayor asks governor to limit closures, says businesses will not survive 30 days. And that's it. So, I was going to go into Boston and Baltimore and Norfolk, but my computer screwed up. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. It is 5:44 a.m. I have no idea what it's like outside, except that it's dark. Have a great day. Have a great first day of spring. Stay safe. Stay warm. And I will catch you next time, and I am going to shelter in place in my bed until I go out to feed the cats and check the mail and mail the iPad back. And if I hadn't turned it over, I'd show you the screen, but it looks like sand and the waves of desert on the bottom of the screen. I'm really not happy. Okay, that's it for now. I'm sorry, this is a very long video, but I wanted to get all the news I could out there. And next time I think I'll do 2 separate ones. Bye-bye for now, and be well.